Hello everybody! Since 2025 is unfortunately coming to a close, for some reason it is, I am deciding to do a best of 2025 video. This is all the moments I had in 2025 that I find to be the best, in my opinion. So I hope you guys enjoy. With 2024 coming to a close, our first train would be NS28R, well, I8R, coming by Kings Mountain, with NS4856, a C6M built as a BNSF-9. Our next train would be a meetup. This will be another extra train, I4X, with a lady engineer on it. Next up, on January 4th, we will see this NS282 with my personal favorite C6M 4749 in the lead. Keep in mind this has a very good narrow flank if FLA. Well, here comes the best part on why I made it one of my favorites. On the same day, I get an alert from a friend that 281 had a very special nostalgic surprise for me. A -9 duo. The next day, on January 5th, not even 5 minutes after I pull into Kings Mountain, 24X pulls up with 4822 trailing third. After a week stretch of catching some normal stuff, another meetup happened on January 12th when a 24X and 28R combo came through Kings Mountain with the Conroe Heritage unit trailing second. BNSF, please let us have it back. On the night of January 17th, an M54 shows up with an ACC leader. That is one atrocious horn. On the next day, January 18th, it would be a very good day for me. First up, I checked the Spartanburg rail cam to see NS28R having an ACC leader, a -9, and 4822 trailing third. This 28R has very friendly crew on it. 28R will use the PTC sequence
but the engineer would eventually use the horn. For some really strange reason, 28R would have the auto rack in the middle of the train, rather than usually being in the back. Later on in the day, a meetup would happen, this time being with 282, having two ES44 ACs, elephant style. Now this is interesting. On January 22nd, PO9 will be running daylight due to having issues prior to this day. I don't know what caused it, but this is one of the only times PO9 ran daylight. This would have 8104 trailing second, since this was in the drag. A few days later, on January 25th, I would get an alert that 283 was running. This would have only a C6M leading solo on this long train. Here's very friendly crew on this PO9. Later on the same day, 154 shows up with two GEVO leaders. This will mark the end for the January catches. We would start off February on February 1st with this 28R that for some reason having a slug set and a K5H on the C6M. A week later, on February 8th, 282 will have a -9 leader. Note that 282 uses the PTC sequence, but I was still able to get a horn show. The next day, on February 9th, I would consider this my rarest catch ever. PO9 and 282 having a rolling meet. A week later, on February 16th, 28R would show up with old PO9 leader 4700 in the lead. A couple of days later, on February 18th, 240 shows up with a H2 Jiva leader. On February 22nd, 283 will show up flying by here with friendly crew on it. Just a few minutes after 283, 154 decides to sneak up on me, but was surprised as a DPU. On February 26th, I would take a visit to Grover. Even though I've seen 2 trains here, the only successful catch would be this P42 with a GP60 painted in the old NS scheme. This will mark the end of the February catches.
On April 22nd, I will get this 24X. The 24X will have an Ace leader, and the Ace has a K5LA on it.
On April 23rd, I will get this P43. This has slug number 701 and 3045 in OLS GP40. Just note that the original clip is muted due to copyright. On April 24th, I would take a visit to Bedford City. This will be my first proper recording of a GS Type 2. PO9 will then round the bend with this interesting sounding horn. This will mark the end of my April catches. For the only catch in May, I would get to Bedford City to get this 20R with an Ace leader. This 20R would be loaded with water axe. On June 15th, I would go by Kings Mountain to get this 100% GEVO 24X. Here is a video of the crew of P43 stopping by Grover at the convenience store. This one marks the end of my June catches. July 3rd will mark a change to my channel. My first scanner. To test this out, I'm going to get P09, who is creeping its way through Archdale. Here's a sample of the defect detector.
Norfolk Southern milepost 416.1. Track 2, no defects. 1. No defects.
Here comes this 154 with a tier 4 leader with friendly crew on it. As a bonus, there is a surprise as a DPU. This will mark the end for July catches. To start off August, I will get this 28R that has a C6M leader, which has a Narrowfont one-piece K5HL on it, and friendly crew. Four days later, on August 6th, I would get this P09 with a foam-made lash up, an SE40, 260Es, and a tier 4. On August 15th, 4005 would lead 282. August 25th would be a Grover Foam Fest. First up would be 154 with a tier 4 leader and W crew. .282 would have 4412 on it. On August 27th, P09 would have a Dash 9 liter with my best shot ever. This will mark the end of my August catches. As you can hear, that is a southbound coming. This is September 15th, and an as needed 205 will for some reason run, which does not run as often. On September 28th, 28R will come by with 4001 trailing 4th. That C6M has a good K5LA. On November 15th, I will get this 28R with a solo leading GEVO. This 28R would have a 2019 lash up, a DC GEVO leader, an ES44AC, and dash 9. For December, I will get this 24X with Doug on it.
24X, clear. Things about 24X
Well, that wraps up my video. God, what a run I had for this 2025. It was crazy, not gonna lie.
But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a good start to 2026. With that being said, this is Chris, out, and see you in the high iron.